When Google suddenly had put a $500 million in Magic Leap's coffers, the little known AR setup suddenly seemed poised to change everything, despite the fact that people knew almost nothing about its product. The Magic Leap worked hard to keep things that way. It illustrated lofty sounding patents with a grab bag of stolen science fiction imagery and promised it work and would transcend and what can be contained in physical product. Magic Leap impressed so many rich, smart, and powerful people that something amazing had to be going on, but delivering on that hype would have taken a near miracle. In reality, Magic Leap's first headset was a lot like the existing Microsoft HoloLens, but with no obvious business models and a less established company backing it up. Magic Leap has now raised $2.6 billion but reportedly only has 6,000 sales to show for it. The Freedom Phone was created for MAGA supporters who wanted to break free from big tech's control by using a smartphone that didn't censor them or promote a leftist ideology. It would feature an uncensored app store and an anti surveillance operating system. To begin with, the Freedom Phone was nothing more than a rebranded, low cost Chinese phone. The $499 Freedom Phone turned out to be an $119 Omidigi A9. Omidigi is a name you have probably never heard of, and neither had anybody else, so it wasn't produced in America. The concept that it was free of monitoring and restrictions since it came from China, where neither of those quality is highly prized, turned out to be a bit of joke. There were no specifications on the website for the purchases. The OS was swapped with one produced by the big tech giants. Their unregulated app store poses serious privacy problems, and practically every tech website has recommended consumers avoid this item like the plague. Soon after its much hyped release in August 2016, this phone was on fire, but not in a good way. Before launch, there was a huge buzz around the Galaxy Note 7 with glowing reviews and record setting pre orders. Then the phone started exploding. A manufacturing defect caused the batteries to overheat and burst into flames. As reports spread, Samsung was forced to order a recall in September. Talk about bad PR, but wait, it gets worse. Samsung replaced the phones only for replacements to also catch fire. In October, they seized all production of Galaxy Note 7. The whole fiasco cost them billions of dollars and left their reputation in crispy time. Microsoft's first attempt at wearable hardware looked more like a prison experiment. The rigid hardware and uncomfortable fit felt like Microsoft simply shipped an engineering sample as a fitness tracker. You could also use the band to buy a coffee at Starbucks, but not even Starbucks could save this gadget from demise after the second version did little to improve the aesthetics and fit. Eventually, Microsoft cut its losses by shutting down the servers, offering refunds to apologize to the remaining loyal band users. The ban was a surprise announcement in October 2014, touted as the most advanced fitness tracker on the market, but the device, often criticized for its awkward, uncomfortable design, never really caught on. Microsoft introduced a second generation model with added features last year, but it also carried forward many of the original's flaws. And now, the company has decided to bow out of fitness wearables, at least for the time being, and cede the market to companies like Fitbit, Samsung, Garmin, Misfit, and smartwatch makers, including Apple. Remember this one? It may be stored away somewhere in your memory from way back in 2014. The Amazon Fire Phone was an exciting premise when it was announced back in the June of 2014. People loved Amazon, so the idea of the successful retail giant bringing out a phone seemed great. However, the Fire Phone had a lot to live up to, and the pressure was on to make a truly impressive piece of technology. But it didn't. The phone was criticized for its futile and gimmicky features, as well as the fact that it didn't allow for the use of nearly as many apps as Android and iOS, and so the Amazon Fire Phone soon became a thing of the past.